good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is, wherever you're in the world, it is your Lore Saviour. And first walk and talk vlog of the year. Happy New Year, you fucking bastards. Now the sun is shining right behind us, but it's actually really fucking cold today. But I bring in some hot news for you instead. I am a fake fan. I know. Gasp. Startled. I'm just as surprised as you are. Now, what is the context of this? Well, about a week ago, as of the publishing of this, I was sent this meme. People basically saying that another one of these variants of the 20th anniversary edition fans are the bad ones. All they do is complain about 5th edition, and if they keep complaining, 5th edition is going to be given to a worse publisher, and we'll address that in a moment. But the reason why I was sent this, because I would have ignored this otherwise, is that a couple of people on a Facebook group were saying, oh, it's that Law by Night guy. Like, bruh. It's really fascinating this, isn't it? That V20 fan and 20th anniversary edition fan has now become a slur. That you refer to somebody as such, it's now a derogatory comment. It's also interesting how this has evolved over Twitter and online spaces. Like, originally you could homebrew the stuff in, then it was, oh, if you don't like it, play something else, and now you can't touch it at all. And it just feels pretty bizarre that I've been put together with such people, because yeah, there are some people who just complain that 5th edition is shit, it did this wrong, did that wrong, and with no praises whatsoever, and, part of that is fair, people are entitled to their own opinions. At the same time, that's never been me. Like, yes, I have said that I prefer 20th stuff more than V5. Does that mean I hate V5? No. I very recently uploaded the first of hopefully many recap sessions, which somebody called a campaign guide, which I actually like, of my home game of Chicago by Night using 5th edition. Like, if I hated it, I wouldn't be running it. It's just the last bunch of books have been fucking awful. And I'm allowed to that opinion. I'm allowed to say, hey, these books suck ass, but 5th edition ain't that bad, at least mechanically. It's just the culture that's surrounding that's now a bit fucking bizarre. And to say that we can't complain about companies about design choices or whatever is, again, really fucking bizarre, and there's a weird shift in the culture. Like, and I've seen this with other groups of individuals in other TTRPG communities, primarily Dungeons and Dragons, because it's always that one, that if you either hate everything about it entirely, or you've got to suck off the boot. We're not licking the boot anymore, we're sucking off that boot. You fucking foot fetish freaks. He says the one doing what he just did with his head. But yeah, it's bizarre. You can't make any criticisms. Like, if you make just one little criticism, you hate everything about it. It's so bizarre to me. Like, because some of the older books have been fucking awful as well. Like, we all like to complain about Kindred of the East. That is a subjectively bad book, though. Objectively, I mean, a objectively bad book. So make that what you will. But some of them have been awful as well. And even Kindred of the East, some people generally enjoy those books, which again, they are entitled to do. So I'm not going to have anything bad against them. It's just, again, like, you either hate something all the way or you love it. There's no nuance. You can't make any criticisms about it. Can't offer suggestions of improvement. And you can't even homebrew stuff in now. Although, that said, I am of the mindset that if you start homebrewing everything in the fucking kitchen sink of everything, you might as well just play the older stuff. But that is a conversation for a different time, one I've kind of touched upon before in another walk and talk vlog, talking about Dark Ages for the 5th edition setting. But to get back onto the track I was waffling on a moment ago before the side tangent within the side tangent, to say that we can't criticise companies is a very dangerous thing indeed, because we can't criticise them, we can't tell them to stop doing offensive things. Oh, we shouldn't do AI, we shouldn't have this bad writing, we shouldn't have all these fucking lazy art choices. Like, it's just stupid and dumb. The state of the world would have been a much worse place if people didn't stand to action and make criticisms or whatnot. With your keyboard warrior, you actually went to fucking riots or whatnot, or marches or whatever. Like, people are allowed to express their disdain for something and demand changes to be made. Now, the realism behind all those is a different matter entirely. But if we go back to that meme saying, if we make all these complaints, then 5th edition, or rather, when it becomes 6th edition, it's going to be published under these companies, well, hold on a moment. I don't know anything about these two companies, so I can't really pass comment here. But you're saying these are bad companies. No, we're not allowed to criticise them. Like, if Paradox decide to sell those off to one of those two companies, they are allowed to, and you must love everything that they do. You can't criticise them. No, that's wrong. So already the meme doesn't make sense, you see what I'm trying to say here. And if we carry on with this mindset, it's then going to be V5 as a fucking derogatory term. So V5 fan is going to be a derogatory term, a slur. It's this strange pack dynamic that I thought I left behind when I was at high school or secondary school, because I went to a private school because I'm a posh bastard. No, I'm not a posh bastard. But, like, you didn't have friend groups, you had packs, and if you so much looked at them the wrong way, you were in for one hell of a time. A bad one. And it is just so bizarre to me. Like, and with my content, I've always done the most up-to-date stuff, which means I have to do 5th edition and V20 because it revised the revised edition material, which was its intention. It was never meant to be a 4th edition tome. On its path, we were going to develop one, and then Paradox said, "Now we're going straight to V5 now." It's like, okay. But in any case, one of the first book reviews that I did was the review of the V5 core book. The very first character creation guide I did was V5. All my vampire lore stuff looks at the 5th edition material lore, with the exception of the Tzimisce, Ravnos and Salubri, and the various bloodlines, because most of them didn't exist at the time. But even then, all of those are up to date, using the most up-to-date materials, and I hypothesize and do guesswork here and there, which I never really had to do. But no, I'm a V20 fan. Derogatory. So stupid, so dumb, and I really wish that this community would grow up. It's why I actually stopped using Vamily some time ago on social media posts, because it means chat shit, because there is no Vamily. I suppose there is in some sense of the word, because you have conflicts all the time and everybody fucking hates each other apparently. But no, it's stupid, it's fragmented, and I don't like how some people, the fan base, feel unwelcome because they like a different edition or bit of lore, whatever. Nah, you're either balls deep one way or the other. It's fucking stupid. So, to end this on a somewhat positive note, I actually want to hear about your own games and what stuff from the new edition that you bring into your older games, or the old games that you play that brings in the newer stuff, or the other way around. I don't actually remember which way I said it, but old to new, new to old, there you go. I want to hear about those. I don't want to hear about people saying, "Oh, V4 is shit," because I get that all the fucking time. I don't want to hear that the older stuff is shit, because I hear that all the time. I want to hear some positive stories. And if you want to try 5th edition stuff, because I generally think there's some good to be found there, I'm going to link every single one of them up to date on DriveThruRPG or the Storyteller's Vault in the description below. Now, I'm an affiliate there, so if you buy it using those specific links in the description below, I get some of that money so I can buy more up-to-date books to give you more up-to-date lore and reviews. And I know that's why you lot like that, which is why you're here. Even though, statistically speaking, quite a lot of you think that I hate V5, which is stupid. I'm now putting this on record. I don't dislike V5. I just fucking hate the culture. Again, the problem is, of course, the humans. And on that note, fuck off and play whatever fucking game that you want.